Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Runjay Patel. Guys, in this video, I'll be talking about after business tool in details. In my previous video, I had talked about before business tool with the certain use cases, right? So in this video, I'll be discussing after business tool, when to apply and how to apply, and what are the scenario in which we can write a after business rule, right? So out of four type of business rule, I had already covered the before business rule. Now in this video I'll be covering after business rule, and in upcoming video I'll be covering async and display business rule, right? So let me explain you this business rule which will help to create a knowledge article. So if you have seen on the incident form, while giving a resolution of the incident, we have this checkbox knowledge, right? So once ticket is resolved and we want to create a knowledge article, right, then what we have to do, we have to resolve the incident, and then we have to make a checkbox as a check that we want to create a knowledge article, and based on the resolution note we will create a article, right? So how we will do that? For that we have to definitely write a after business rule. Means after business rule will execute once data is get inserted or updated into a database. Once things are completed, after that, as name suggests, after that we want to perform the logic which I have written over here, correct? So how you will do so? So this is the best way that write business rule on the incident and say okay, after business rule insert or update, and either here in the action and this condition let it be run all the time, okay? But here in the condition we are checking if incident state is closed. You can just mark it over here also in the filter condition. If incident state is closed, then you just try to execute. But the difference is if you are writing over here, that time incident state won't be a close, right? Because we want to execute this business rule will get execute after updating the details. So if you are writing over here, then both condition will not match, so your business rule will not get executed. So instead of writing here in this condition, you can write in this condition here, right? Because always we don't want to execute the our code all the time, right? So for this from here it will try to execute this business rule on every insert or update, but logic will not get executed because we have checked the condition. If a state changes to closed, then only it will execute. And the second condition, knowledge is true, which I was talking about, this one. If it is closed and then knowledge checkbox is true, then it will execute this one. Fine, this is another condition we have, but just for ignore it, like if we want to perform this one, then we just type a condition over here, current.incident underscore state dot changes to this close. This will give you the close value. Fine. What we are doing basically, simply we are writing, let's say it will execute submit direct, okay? Then submit direct means sub is true, so here we have a workflow. This is basically property, we are getting a property. If it is giving a false result, then it will execute the submit direct. So let me explain you logic. You can write your own, okay? Basically I am just trying to make you understand the funda, how you will write it basically. So the logic I have already created, that if after business rule, if knowledge is true, then execute this script and create a knowledge article. So you can just do a glide record on the this table, knowledge table, current.sysid. you just in the source you just apply current.sysid, means it will give you the this id of incident. In the short description, take it from the short description, because we have a field called short description on the article as well. Domain, you just apply your CSS under the whichever domain you are working upon. If you are working on the global domain, if you are working as a multi-tenant environment, that time domain is important, right? In which domain your incident is, based on that domain it will take, and it will update the it will create a knowledge article on the same domain, right? Text, kb.text current.comment.get html values. Basically what we are doing, we are getting whatever the comment was maintained over here in this value we are taking it, right? And then updating a state workflow, we are setting it to draft, and these all value we are setting. And then finally what we are saying, we are just saying a kb.insert. What it will does, it will create a article for you, and once article is created, it will give the sysid, right? And then we are just throwing a message that means kb knowledge article created, and the number we are passing, and based on the closure of incident, right? So whatever the closure of incident it was there, based on that we are just displaying a message, as simple as that. So basically what I'm trying to make you understand, that if we want to write a logic, if something happened on the database, after that if we want to perform something, or makes, let's say we want to run a job, if some certain condition met, then we want to run a job. On that case what kind of business rule you will be writing? After business rule you can write, but that is not recommended. That I'm going to talk about in upcoming video, because for that kind of scenario which is taking a longer time to execute the script, then on that case we have a async business rule, right? I will be talking async business rule in details, but on that case you can write after business rule also, if it will, your job is taking little bit less time, right? So on that case also. And now the second scenario, let me talk about the second scenario. I have written that event, incident event. So let's say after insert or update we want to send a notification, right? So in action I have not written anything, because I want to trigger an event, right? So based on the operation, if current dot operation is insert, means if first time it is getting inserted, then what it will do, this is the triggered event. Basically triggered event means like we have created a notification. This is the out of the box notification basically. So and the trigger type is event, right? So if you will select over there, then it will ask you to select the event, right? Then this is the event you have to select over there. Basically you have to create a notification, okay? Event type, event based notification, and this is how we can trigger a notification through a script. So interviewer may ask you how we can trigger a notification from business rule. Then you just say gs.event queue, then pass the just pass this name of your event, and then current means current object on which record you are, and gs.get user id. This is the user id which you need to pass, means logged in user id. This is the logged in username, right? So this is the way we can trigger a notification. So similar way for insert, for update, if assigned to is not nil, assignment group, priority one. So there are several event notification it is written over here. Based on the condition met, it will create one event in the event queue, and then it will trigger the notification. So hope you got it. Like after business rule, in which scenario we will be writing, right? Insert, after something get inserted or updated or deleted into database, and then we want to perform some logic. Let's say we want to write a business rule. If something is get deleted, then we want to delete the associated record as well. So let's say we are working on the, if you are deleting a request, and request is also associated with the maintain item. Maintain item means like a RITM. So if you are deleting a request, then definitely you have to delete the RITM as well. Otherwise, there is no connectivity, right? So that will become your. If you are not deleting, then that object will become a stale object. Correct? Basically, RITM record. So in order to maintain that integrity, you have to make sure, that means if you are deleting the parent, then you should delete the child as well. Correct? On that case, you can just go for writing a after business rule. Hope you understood, and in upcoming video I'll be talking about async business rule and display business rule. Thank you. Thanks for watching. If you have not liked and subscribed my channel, please do so. Thank you.